Hi guys, this is Frankie Torres. Last week I showed you a quick way to clean your NES, but if that didn't work, this is the way to properly repair your NES that does not want to read NES cartridges. So first things first, we're going to go ahead and flip the thing upside down, remove the little expansion port cover, and start unscrewing all the screws from the bottom of the unit. Once all the screws have been removed, just lift up very gently and it will remove the bottom of the base from the top of the base. Go ahead and shake the base. This will just remove all the screws. I like to just leave the screws on the top of the unit. That way they don't get lost. So go ahead and just move those and get that out of the way. And next, we're going to be removing the screws on the shield, which is the RF shield that covers the board and the cartridge port. So go ahead and just remove all those screws. Once the screws have been removed, just lift up and the RF shield will be removed very easily. And go ahead and move the screws out of the way. Now we're going to remove the black cartridge insert base ejector thingamajigger. Go ahead and just remove the 4 screws holding that down. Remember which screws go where and keep track of the sizes. Okay, so once the ejector has been removed, go ahead and remove the screws from the RF area. And that's basically the area where the power goes and the RF switch and the AV. Now once those have been removed, the entire motherboard unit will just lift up. So lift it up, remove the shield, and unplug each of the 3 cables, very gently. Once the motherboard has been removed, you can easily just pop off the old 72-pin connector. Here you can see how dirty the old connector is, and you can even see a bent pin there. So definitely needs to be replaced. One thing I like to do is clean the pins on the motherboard itself, where the connector connects to, before I put the new pin adapter on there. So just clean it really good, and while you're at it, go ahead and just clean the rest of the motherboard. I like to clean the RF area really well and blow it out with a can of air. Just make sure that nothing's stuck in there and, you know, improve picture quality. Once you're done cleaning, you can go ahead and get your new 72-pin adapter and very gently just plug it in. You want to be very careful, make sure everything lines up, and take your time. Once you're done, go ahead and grab the cartridge ejector and just slide that into the pin adapter. Alright, next we're going to go ahead and just clean the bottom of the unit, get all the dust out of there, and if necessary you can even wipe it down. Go ahead and get the shield, the bottom of the RF shield, and put that in the bottom of the base unit, and go ahead and just put the motherboard with the ejector back onto that shield and then lift up from the bottom. I found this to be the easiest way to do it. So lift up and re-plug in each of the 3 cables. Once the cables have been plugged in, go ahead and gently press down on the whole assembly and be very careful to put the cables in a place where they're not going to get caught onto the top of the base unit, and keep them out of the way and make sure the screws holes are not covered. Once that's done, go ahead and start screwing on the base ejector unit. And next we'll go ahead and screw the screws for the RF switch area. And now we're going to do the back of the motherboard where the back of the unit meets. And once that's done, we're going to go ahead and put the top of the RF shield back on. And just go ahead and put the screws back on. There's a lot of these screws, so this could be kind of tedious. The whole process of disassembly and reassembly takes about an hour. So go ahead and put the top of the NES base unit back on and flip it upside down, and go ahead and put the screws back in. And don't forget to put the little clip. I forgot to show you that part, but it just clips at the bottom. So once the unit's all assembled, you can plug it in, make sure everything's working, and you're good to go. Hope you found this video helpful. Thanks. Bye.